For whoever just joined, welcome. We are live with the Burgundy School of Business, and it's my great pleasure to introduce you our speakers for today. We have Nikki Papadopoulou. She's Associate Dean Academic Program at Burgundy School of Business. And we have Ruth. She's part of the International Recruitment Office team at Burgundy School of Business. And you can also see connected Rudy, and there's also other member of the team that will be able to support you and answer any sort of question that you might have. I would say that before leaving the floor to Nikki, I'm going to share with you a very short video. I personally saw it already. It's great. It's going to give you an overview of what it's like to study at BSB. And then after that, we start with the presentation. And we also have one of the students that is going to share her story. So I'm going to start sharing this video, and then we resume back with the presentation.
I'm really proud to announce that BSB is now a triple-accredited institution. With its prestigious international AACSB, EQUIS, and now AMBA accreditations, BSB has joined a very exclusive club. Triple Crown is the highest international recognition. It is a distinction that showcases our academic excellence, meaning the quality of our programs and our faculty.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm in the first year of my master's degree at BSB. Why don't I show you around the campus? 2 minutes on the clock, let's go. It's been completely rethought and built around the student experience. Welcome to the Lounge, our social hotspot that's always buzzing during breaks and for all our events, like welcome parties and student campaigns. If you need to focus, the Learning Centre is the place to be. It's the nicest place in the school, bright and calm. It's perfect for studying, learning languages in the Kaizen room, or working on group projects. Here, you will also meet with your personal coach to work on your career project, your resume, and your internship. If you feel the need to disconnect, head to the Zen room and zone out for a while. Now come on, let's go up a level. Here is the House of Finance, equipped with Bloomberg technology. And one of our classrooms. We have classes in small groups to allow more interaction with the teacher. Our lecture halls, well, they're reserved for conferences with some of the very best French and international speakers. What about a short break in our green park? It's the perfect place to have lunch in the sun, relax with friends, and study while tanning. It's the good life in Dijon. Off we go again. I'm taking you to the legendary School of Wine and Spirits business, where Burgundy's vineyards reveal their secrets for success. And this is The Hub, a place to meet and talk with BSB staff who will guide and help you with all your administrative needs. Are you a sports fan? Do you need to let off steam between classes? Then you'll love our fully equipped gym, open 7 days a week. And for those of you with an artistic spirit, we even have a dance room and music studio. Welcome to our student club headquarters, where BSB's 25 student clubs prepare events throughout the year to enrich your student life. This is our kitchen. Just like home, have lunch and chill out with friends. To end our tour, join me in the entrepreneurial garden, where we plant genius ideas and grow company spirit. And voila, you've seen it all. So if you're looking for a great place to work in the heart of a vibrant and lively city, a welcoming campus where you can have a unique student experience, then Dijon, here in France, is the place to be. Come and join us soon. It's even better in real life.
Thank you so much. Great pleasure to be witness of this. Nick, it's now time for me to leave you the floor, and I look forward to receiving all the questions from the students. There you are.
Great. Very happy to take the floor. Thank you very much, Ruth, for helping out with sharing the slides. It was wonderful to share this video because it really shows who we are, what the spirit is. Going to school is not just about taking classes. It's not just about the experience, about the 360 that you live every day on campus. And it's really nice for us to see pictures of our students that we see in the hallways in these videos. We're going to start out talking about the Bachelor in Management program. As I think most of you know, the Bachelor in Management is an undergraduate degree, so a degree for students who are finishing up your secondary school studies. This program exists on the Dijon campus and the Lyon campus, and now you know, you've seen images of both of them. We have a full English track and a French track. What does that mean? That means that if you want to take 100% of your classes in English, it's 100% possible. You'll be with international students, with international professors. If you are a French speaker or you'd rather take classes in French because that's what you really want to do in France, it's also possible. Now, the French track doesn't mean just classes in French. There are always classes in English because we're an international business school, but it has a little bit more of French in the offer. We're a three-year program. Three-year programs are the standard for undergraduate studies in France, and we are recognized by the state. And as you heard in the video, we're triple crown, so triple accreditation. The curriculum is flexible to and built around your goals and your individual goals. Some of you might say, well, honestly, I don't know what my goals are yet. That's okay. At BSB, that's what we're here to accompany you every step of the way. That's really what makes us different, special, is that we're 100% about students and the student experience. So first of all, that happens through the curriculum that you can personalize every step of the way. So you have the foundations, then you have exploration with additional models. You also have a full specialization and a research project. You can take, again, your classes in English and French. You can choose your campus, and you can really build a program that fits your own personal admissions every step of the way. Now, what are the specializations? Specializations, we call them that way at BSB, but they can also be called majors. It depends on your culture. That it's the same thing. It's concentrations in a specific field. So you can choose between international business, international sustainable management, digital management, data and web, wine tourism, business development, and luxury marketing. And there's several options always coming up. You know, we are a distinguished academic business school, very well recognized, as you know and have heard in the videos, but also very close to companies. So every year we go and see our different companies in Lyon, in Dijon, and on the national and international level, and we tell them, look at our specializations. How do you think they should evolve? And every year we come up with new specializations that are best adapted to what companies are looking for. We teach with case studies, real life business challenges, project-based learning. We have a really strong red thread in leadership and entrepreneurship. And we have something called the innovation sprint, which you guys sprint. Now, not literally, you're not running, you're actually sprinting intellectually. And all of you have to do a professional thesis. Students graduate with a clear professional direction and industry skills, which is the combination of best of both worlds. You are most likely international students if you are connected here, but that doesn't mean the international experience ends when you come to France. You have the opportunity of going abroad at each step of the way. So you have a language immersion program with many different destinations. And we say 13, but just to illustrate, we have Canada, we have South Africa, we have Singapore, we have Ireland, we have the UK, lots of different options. You can do a semester abroad starting your second year. You can do a summer school or winter school abroad, which is optional. And you can do a full academic year abroad and get a double degree. It is optional, but it's something that's particularly appreciated by international students because often you see the benefit of having not one, but 2 degrees from 2 different schools. Some of them are in Europe, our double degree partners, but other ones are across the world in different continents. Every year includes an internship, and that's something that we're really keen on because we know that it's important to learn theory at school in the classroom and apply it. But the best way to gain professional experience and be ready to go into your career is to do internships where you get concrete experience in an international or French company. And each year you have that opportunity to do an internship, which means that you get the global mindset from going abroad and the strong professional experience before graduating. Now, here you see a slide and you're probably thinking, even if you don't need glasses, it takes a lot of attention to look at all the detail. Don't worry, you don't have to look at your screen very closely or try to magnify it by 10. I'll tell you all the basics, and then even better than looking at the screen or watching again this video, you can do both. I strongly advise that you look at our brochure, which has all of this information and much more. So the first year, like I said, is the introduction. It's the fundamentals of management. You all want to be, when you're choosing the bachelor's program, you want to study management. So you're doing marketing and communication, and you're doing sales, and you're also doing negotiation, and you're doing business development, and you're doing accounting, and you're doing finance, and you're doing economics. You can see the list goes on. So you're learning everything you need to do, all the fundamentals. Then you also have classes of language classes, so French or English. You have trainings in leadership skills. You have boot camps about how to learn and how to make sure that you succeed in your final exams. You heard in the video, our approach is all about small, small, small. So that means you have small classrooms, you have tutors, you have everything you need to really be able to succeed. And you also have the immersion that I talked about across the globe and internships. The second year, you continue with the fundamentals because 1 year of fundamentals isn't enough, especially at a school that's internationally recognized as our own. You need that strong baggage to enter your career after 3 years, or if you decide to do a master's program. So we continue with those fundamentals, but you also have electives that you choose based on what you want to do. So if you're interested in culture, I saw you guys, several people are interested in culture. You can study culture or wine or management or leadership. There's lots of different options. You can study abroad, and then again, you have your internship. And in the third year, the final year, you have several options. Either you stay in France and you do a specialization, either you go abroad for 1 semester, or you do a double degree. And like we said, at each step, you are building your own path. You are creating your own program with the different options that you have. So we're going to move on to talk about the Master in Management. Before that, Federica, should we take questions, or we'll take them all at the end? You're the boss.
Oh, thank you. Well, we can take them at the end, and I have to say, in the meantime, I can see that really start already answering to some, which is great. So if that's okay, we'll continue with the presentation. Thank you.
Great, of course, thank you. So the Master in Management is a famously, usually it's called the meme. And meme might sound like mem, but it's nothing like that. It is the Master in Management. It's ranked by the Financial Times, leading international journal. It's a 2-year postgraduate or graduate program, the most prestigious degree that exists in France. It's recognized by the Ministry of Higher Education and Research, and it has something that's called a grade in French, which is the best you can get. And that combined with the triple crown is the best you can get. So the meme is 20, can be 24 months. It can also be 18 months, but we're going to talk about 24. It's a comprehensive program with foundational knowledge on management. It's international exposure, internships, lots of specializations. If you thought we had lots of options in the bachelor's program, here you get a lot more. You can also have a double degree, which if you decide to come to BSB for a bachelor and a management master in management, you can even have several degrees. You can even have triple degrees, but that's something we can talk about in question and answer. And it's a September 2026 intake. So that means 2 years of master in management. First year, you're going to see in the next slides is about discovering everything you need to discover about the business world and business studies. Marketing, finance, AI, you learn about auditing. If you have a French profile, there we have a really good program, data science, culture, wine management, CSR, and much more. And then your second year of the program, you choose an MSc and you have a double degree, the Master in Management and an MSc from BSB. So you can even get a triple degree by doing, if you decide to do it with another partner university. And we have 220, just that small little list. So lots of different options. So we have an MSCs in different fields. I'm not going to read them all to you, but just know that there's a really broad, wide offer. And it's really tailored, like I said earlier, to what is expected from corporations and employers. Like I said, every year we see them and talk to them about what they're looking for, and we create and adapt our programs according to their expectations, but also according to academic research, because we are a research university. And I saw someone was interested in the DBA, so we'll talk about research later on in that context. The Master's in Science, the MSc I was talking about earlier, it's a 1-year specialized program. It's really about employability. The MSc is the last year you would do of studies, usually for some time. And so it's hands-on learning experience. We have great field trips where we go to different parts, sometimes of the world, sometimes of Europe. For example, if you, in some cases, we go to New York, we go to the ends in different parts of Europe. It changes every year. And it's a great way, those field trips and the classes, to gain practical knowledge, but as well as high-level expertise. And that way you get industry connections that are going to help you get a job in the future. And all of it is very multicultural. You have classmates from countries from around the world, just like the people that have joined us today. And you learn how to work in an international environment. And I can tell you that that's what companies are looking for. Companies are looking for young people, or not so young, depending on what your criteria is, but are people that are going to integrate the job market and know how to handle multicultural perspectives, backgrounds, and be very comfortable in those environments. And that's what we train you for in our MSc programs. Now, the MSc here, you can see the whole offer that you saw on the last slide. Here, the additional information is that you have also the additional programs we have in French that are longstanding, really well-known programs. And every year we have international students in both of those programs. Now, you have to be comfortable in French to be able to integrate them, but being from another country, even if it's a faraway country, but you're comfortable with French and you have the level required is what we're looking for. You can also see here which campuses our programs are based on for your information. And if you have class questions about either campus, we'll be able to answer in a couple minutes. So how do you customize your program? This is one of maybe the 5th time you're hearing the word customization. It's not because just I like that word. It's because that is, like I said, our signature. At BSB, our signature is to customize, to adapt it to you. We don't create a program and you adapt. We adapt all the different options that we propose to you. How do you customize it? by studying abroad, by getting dual degrees, by doing an apprenticeship if you speak French, that's one of the options, by having different electives throughout the years of your studies, by being able to choose an expertise from finance, accounting, auditing, consultancy, management, marketing, entrepreneurship, wine management, arts and cultural management. And there's even more, sales. There's lots of different options. And that's how you customize this program based on your goals and your objectives. And if, like I said earlier, if you're coming into the program saying, I don't really know what I want to do, no problem. That's what the electives are for. The electives are there to help you explore, figure out what you like, and also get an internship where you think you want to learn and grow and have a career. And that way you are then able to choose the best last year 2 degree that for you.
So I'm quickly going to take the platform so I can talk about the entry requirements, because that's very, very important as well. So for all the undergraduate programs, the requirements are that you need to have 11 or 12 years of high school education, a non-French high school diploma, an international GCSE, A-level, international baccalaureate or advanced placement, or any international national degree. And for the post-graduate programs, you need to have at least a bachelor of 3 to 4 years in any field, and except for the MSc in corporate finance and investment banking, or the MSc in data science and organizational behavior. So as you can see on the slide, so the language requirements are different for each program. So if you want to apply for a bachelor degree, you won't have the same requirements, language requirements, as, for example, a master's degree or a MSc program. I'm going to talk to you also about the application process, which is really, really important. Our application process is online. So you have to go to the website and apply online via our application form. We'll put all the information that you need in the chat so that you can directly click the link to get to the application form. So we have an application process in 5 steps. So I'm going to explain them to you. So step 1, you need to get to the website and click on the application form. Secondly, you need to enclose all required documents. So here's the list of all the required documents. If you do not have your documents all at once, you can start the process without 1 or 2 documents. That's absolutely okay, as long as you let us know in the information box that you are lacking some documents, so that we can go ahead and give you some time to collect them. For the 3rd step, you have to pay your application fee. So it's €100 application fee that will be required at the end of your application. And then step 4, you need to complete an online interview. Once we have received all the documents and we have received your application, the admission team is going to contact you in order for you to have an interview with them. It's going to be an interview based on some of your interests and also a little bit about your academic goals. So as you can see on the screen, it is a 30-minute interview on Easy Rescue. So that's a platform that you will be given a link to. Once you start recording, you cannot re-record your answers, so you have to do it in 1 attempt. So make sure that you are prepared to pass the interview, and you also need to keep an eye on your emails, because sometimes they can get into the spam folder. It's happened before, so make sure that you are well aware of all your emails coming in. And step 5, to confirm your admission, you will receive a pre-acceptance letter. And to secure your place, you need to pay your deposit within the 20-day limit. If you have some problems regarding your deposit, or you don't have the required amount just yet, please do let us know. We can extend some time if necessary. So the amount that will be deposited will, of course, vary according to the chosen program. And once everything has been finalized, you will receive a final acceptance letter, and you can start your visa application with Campus France. I'm also going to talk to you about the scholarships that we have. We have a merit-based scholarship that we allow students to apply for. So the amount will cover up to 10 to 25% of the tuition. It will depend on the merit base, basically. All programs are included, so there's no exclusion when it comes to the programs. What else can I say about this? Its scholarship application is also online. So you will have a link directly. It's very, very important for you to finish your application first before you apply for a scholarship, because we only basically give a possibility for the students to have a scholarship once they have been admitted. So it's very, very important for you to finalize your application first before you start with the scholarship process. So as I said, it's a merit-based scholarship. So we were going to look at your GPA transcript, the quality of your application, and the interview results. And that's going to allow us to have a global overview of your profile and see if you are merited of a scholarship. So that's it for me.
Great. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, both Nikki and Ruth, for your presentation. And we received lots of questions, but if that's okay with you, I saw that our students is connected. So may we thank you so much for joining us today. Let us know if you can hear us and see us. These online events also have the beauty. So maybe if you are connected, just let us know. And if you can turn on your camera and microphone, we can, we have a few questions they actually wanted to ask us. We received lots of different questions from the audience. In case it might take few minutes, we can start answering some question, and as soon as maybe you're able to turn on your camera, we can go through your experience. As mentioned, she's currently studying an MSc in wine management, so maybe let us know, and otherwise we can start with the Q&A, and then we will go back to you later on. Well, lots of different questions. I have to say that Rudy did an amazing job, and Lilas as well, so answering them. So I'm going through some of them, but of course, if you have more questions, feel free to drop them into the chat or into the Q&A. So one of the questions is, do you offer support in finding the right master program? And I saw the Rudy mentioned the Pathfinder support. Maybe we want to spend a couple of words about how these work for students.
Of course. Now, is the question, there's two different answers. One of them is before you're a student, before you integrate, and then after. Before you integrate, if you have any questions about the programs, we're your contact people. Ruth, Rudy, the whole team, Lila are there to accompany you, help you select the best program for you. When you're already at BSB, and for example, you integrate in the Bachelor's 1 or the Master's 1, and you're hesitating, and it happens all of the time, it's a really important decision. Do I study marketing or finance? Do I follow my heart or my brain, my mind? We have the Pathfinder team. Now, Pathfinder is exactly what it sounds like. It's about finding your path. So it's 360-degree accompaniment, coaching, number one on a personal level. I want to know who I am, what are my preferences, what motivates me. I go to see them, I do a personality test, I get a debrief. I'm looking for an internship or another type of professional experience. They help me work on my CV, my cover letter, and help me find a job and apply. I'm looking for academic advice, which is the question, how do I choose the best specialization? They are also the people to go to. They have coaches that can help students on all of those different questions. And it's important to say that beyond those questions, we have the One Health Center. And for students that want other type of advice, it can be students that are have a handicap, or it can be or disability, students that need specific support for a specific reason, students who want to take boxing classes or yoga or nutrition workshops. That also exists through the One Health Center. And that's why I was saying that we cater and customize everything we do to our students, because we're a student-centric institution by definition.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I just wanted to resonate that like Burgundy School of Business is ranked #1 in student satisfaction, and I can see the main way is now connected. Thank you so much for joining us. So we just wanted to ask a couple of questions. So we know that you're currently studying the Master of Science in Wine Management, and lots of students were actually asking, how do I find the right program for me? Somebody was asking, what's the difference between the master in management and the other master? So maybe, how was it for you? Why did you choose the specialization, and why a Burgundy School of Business? You should be able to open the microphone. Let's see. Let us know if you have any sort of trouble. And wait, oh, perfect. Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for joining us, for taking the time. Thank you.
Actually, this happens years ago, and it takes me few years, and I decided to come here this year. Actually, I was very interested in the wine industry, but I don't have so many deep knowledges. And as I know, Burgundy the area is very famous for the wine. So I just came here to purchase the wine management. I hope here to get like more deep understanding about the wine industry, like how its distribution works and how it involved to the whole business of this wine world.
Perfect. Well, definitely you're right. You are in the right area. We also saw it from the video at the beginning. And how is it going for you? So can you tell us, for example, what a typical day looks like in terms of like classes and like what's the way of studying, how you're finding it, anything that could be useful for our audience today?
For me, I think it's quite interesting because in the class, the professor will encourage us to get interaction with the students or with his or her class. So the teacher will encourage us to speak more, to open our mind, to discuss. They are really encourage us. You even have some group work after class, so it's also another chance for us to discuss our work, and finally we get some like group project presentation in the class. So it's quite like open mind with your students from the all over the world. So it's kind of chance to discuss, to communicate your thoughts and your opinions about certain questions. And also, we have a lot of actually, our class is not so packed, so we still have our own time. If you are interested to take some activities, because as I see, there's a lot of activities and associations in the BSB, so you also can take your time to join some like associations if you are interested. So I can say if the life here in BSB is quite colorful. You won't feel bored. Actually, there's a lot of things you can do in your spare time.
Amazing, amazing. That's great to hear. One question that I can ask, perhaps Nikki, but then of course, maybe if you want to add on. So they were wondering, do I need to learn French? So I assume it's for somebody that wants to study in English. So is it necessary? Is it important? Is it suggested to learn some French?
I would not recommend trying to learn French or pressuring yourself to learn French before you come to France. It's not a bad idea, but it could be maybe too hard to fit in before you come. I think it's always nice to at least study the language of the country in which you live. Now, French could be accessible depending on which country you come from. If you come from Italy, it's easier to learn than if you're coming from, I don't know, Greece or Norway, or, depending on which language your background is, it could be more or less difficult. I always think it's nice to learn and speak the language. It's a great opportunity to get another language under your belt. But I don't think it's not mandatory. It's just more pleasant. And it's really making the best of your experience, because studying in another country, if that's the case of the students who are interested, is really a really enriching experience. And when you've done it, you realize how much you learn, and almost you learn like the double of people that are staying in their country, because you're learning about another culture, about other people. You're getting these cross-cultural skills that are really important in companies, and the language is part of that. It's not, like I said, mandatory, but I think it's a big plus.
Perfect, thank you. I also saw a few questions regarding student life and, for example, accommodation and working while studying. So I know, Rudy, you put some answers. I don't know if we want to give some extra information for the students.
So yes, definitely. So in fact, I will say we do reserve some student residency and room. So basically, is a dorm room with like a student from all over the world usually. But again, earlier the better. So as soon as they book and save their seat for the program, if it's early, and I would say before February, we can save them in advance, so some accommodation. And that's an advantage to book earlier, because first you have the early bird scholarship, and you have so I would say some discounts on the first year, and you also save not only a spot, but I would say a bed and accommodation. So yes, we have partnership also with private residency that they are an upper class, I would say, in one way. And so they are all around the building here or in Lyon or in Dijon. And it's a real advantage to book and your program and your accommodation again. To work, you have the possibility to work outside the school for more than 20 hours a week. And for, I would say, the more involved in the apprenticeship, we may have also some possibility to book and to have like some program in apprenticeship. But again, we require a good level of French, because you need to have and the English and the French to be able to work. We help them to find those companies, but again, the responsibility and the final responsibility remain for the student to I would say find this company.
Perfect. Thank you. I saw a couple of questions regarding application deadlines, so wondering if if they're already open, and a very interesting question about how competitive it is to get in. They didn't specify the program, but maybe, Nick, you can give us an overview of how it works, how early they should apply, and how hard it is to get in.
I think I'm gonna talk about how hard it is, and Ruth, I'll give the rest of the question to you afterwards. As a jury member, I can give you kind of my firsthand experience about how hard it is. Hard is very relative. We all know that. I would, instead of saying how hard it is, I would say what we're really looking for is students that are going to be able to demonstrate that they're motivated to join BSB. We want to know that you know who we are. And one of the reasons that you're coming is because you can demonstrate your motivation and why you've chosen us as a school. So that doesn't mean, a very profound kind of proof. We want to see that you know why you've chosen the school, why you've chosen a program, speak about yourself. We really care about the hardness. It's not always about proving you have the skills. That's something we quite quickly see in your report cards and recommendation letters, sometimes in CVs or resumes, depending on how, what level of studies you're coming into. What I've noticed is sometimes students don't really see right away is what part of being successful is showing that you've done the work, that you know the program, that you understand what it prepares you for, and speaking about yourself. Now, speaking about yourself is not, your personal life. It's more about who you are, your personality, your motivation, your plans. We want to, like we said about in BSB, we care about you. So we want to hear about you and why you've chosen the program and why you think it's a good match. So I would say that it's relative. I mean, we're Triple Crown school. We have the French recognition, like we said, the grade. But we do care about, we believe in youth. That's our signature. You can see it here on the slide. And believing in youth means that we believe that we can take you further. That's our promise to you. Our promise to you is that we're going to be able to help you grow and evolve professionally and personally and academically. Of course, that means you put all your effort into it, and that's why we care about your motivation. So I would recommend, instead of being worried about how hard it is, think about making sure that you know where you're coming, that you're able to express it, and the same thing about your program and your personal and professional path and career path. One little piece of advice, in the videos that we talked about earlier, make sure you look at the screen. Make sure that sometimes when you're speaking to a screen, it's easy to look around. It's not very natural, but make sure that you're looking into the screen. And that's one of the things that sometimes sounds silly, but when you have someone saying, "I'm Nikki and I want to come to BSB," it's less, you're not showing your motivation as much as when you say, "Hi, I'm Nikki and I want to come to BSB." It's same message, but delivered in a different way. Ruth, I'm handing the rest of the question over to you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Nikki, for your very, very, very intellectual words and your advice. Regarding the application, it has already opened, since end of September. So it's open still until the 1st of July. So the last applications that we are going to accept are going to be on the 1st of July.
Perfect. Thank you so much. In the presentation, Nikki, you were presenting the Master of Science, the Master of Management. Someone asking, what's the difference between 1 and 2 years program? So if there's a difference, if there is a double degree, and how does it work?
I can definitely answer that. Rudy, is that, do you give me the floor on this, or do you want to?
No, you can go. I reply saying, like, basically the first year is more core module and more general business, where the second year is a specialization. But if you want to go into details.
Rudy said it all. Now, it is important to know that yes, when you're automatically getting in the Master in Management program a double degree. So you have the MEM, the Master in Management, like I said, ranked on Financial Times. You can see it. We're in the top 50 schools. And you're also getting the MSc, which is the specialized professional degree. So you're getting a double degree. Now you can also come to the 24-month program, 2 year, and do 1 year of the fundamentals, like Rudy said. And then your second year, no, you're not in Lyon or Dijon, you're somewhere else. You can be in Seoul, you can be in Toronto, you can be in Ohio, you can be in different parts of the world. I'm just naming some destinations. There are many, many more. And do a double degree. So you have several different options, but you're already, when you come to the program, you're already getting automatically 2 degrees, the MEME, Master in Management, and also a Master's in Science.
Amazing. This is very specific question, but because I saw it, that the students put it a couple of times, I want to ask. Let's say I applied and I was rejected for any reason. Could be visa, could be because of my application. Can I reapply? And in that case, how can I strengthen my application? Hard, I know.
Yeah, but it's a good question because, we said we believe in youth, so it makes sense to say, okay, well, if you believe in me, maybe I can try another time. Ruth, do you want to?
Yes, I can talk about this, no worries.
Sure.
So when it comes to visa rejections, unfortunately, there's nothing more that you can do. If your visa is rejected, you can maybe try the following year. There's also a possibility to try again the following year. So if you, by any chance, did not get in the first time, you will have to see with the admission team, because there's a common decision that has to be made in order to see if you're still viable, or if you're really truly motivated to try again. So you will have to see with the admission team to make sure that you can still have the interview again, and you will have the process basically all over again. So you have to apply, do the interview, and all the things that I already explained in the previous slides. But you will have to try again, and you will have to let us know if you really want to try again, so that we can let the admission team know and they can contact you to give you another chance, basically.
Perfect, makes sense. So it basically a lot depend on the reason why the application was rejected, and then the team can take on this. Perfect. Another question that maybe also maybe can help us to answer is so for example, let's say I want to reach out to current students. Is there some sort of group they can reach out to? Is there a way, probably I guess international students sometimes tend to find a community of students from their own country or similar. Is there anything that you would recommend, suggest for this?
Yes,
So
indeed.
maybe I can
Start, yes,
answer
sure.
the question. And so if we are going on our front page, so the landing page, you have a little module, a little widget on the right side bottom, and actually you have a matchmaking student where you can choose a student and then directly talk with them. So I think more than 16 students are available right now. We send you the link. So anyone who want to talk to student, they're able to do it through the widget, and you can also book a call with one of our regional manager. I will send right now both links in the conversation.
Amazing. And the only thing that maybe will be worth it is probably one of the first time I've seen this. So I would say just to take advantage in a way that, it's right to find out more if it's the good place for you and you want to chat with, for example, students. And it's great because sometimes they give their own opinion. And it's not like talking to academic, it's a different environment, different. So I think this is something unique, and I would probably take an advantage of this because even just to ask yourself, is this, the right place for me? So don't leave it and not take any action. Perfect. So I wanted to ask you all while we're waiting, if we receive any more questions, we're still connected. If there is any sort of encouragement, advice, any sort of Anything that you want to share with the students, or even if there is, for example, some initiative or something that probably we didn't have a chance to cover in the presentation. So if there is anything that could be interesting.
Oh, ooh, there's so many things we could say. I would say that I think we talked about we talked about Pathfinder, we talked about the One Health Center, we talked about our academic offer. We didn't talk about it as much, but it really makes a difference. A school is a school. You're getting a degree, but you're also learning, you're enriching yourself, you're expanding your horizons. We have excellent faculty that comes from different countries around the world that come with real specializations. They're experts in their field, and they're really inspiring and interesting and bringing top-notch and recent knowledge that comes from their research. We also have people that teach that are what we call adjunct lecturers. So they're people that have full-time jobs. They're company managers. They're, consultants, finance managers, all different types of profiles, but top-notch people that are been in their field for 10, 15, 20, 25 years. And they also come and do conferences, but they also teach classes, and a lot of the expert classes are taught by professionals that are bringing that professional experience. And that's something that students particularly appreciate and find very enriching. I would say now, I am an international person living in France. I was an international student when I studied. I believe in international, like 360 degrees. If it could be more, it would be. 1,000%. I think it's something I would like to add is that the international experience, like I said, is academic, it's personal, it's professional. It's also about what happens on campus, and we have student associations that students can join. And we have international associations where they can be with other international students and French students and really work on initiatives. It's often about impact and making a difference, either locally, nationally, internationally, and contributing positively to society. And it's something that's particularly enriching. It's kind of a cross between kind of a humanitarian experience and a job. But it's something that students appreciate, and it's something really that they promote afterwards. And when we see them at their graduation, a lot of times those are the things that the anecdotes that come up is, oh, I learned so much from that experience. It changed my life path. It changed who I am. It made me understand who I am, what motivates me. So it's about the academic experience, the personal experience, but also about learning about who you are. And that happens in lots of different ways, inside and outside of the classroom. My advice is, and of course, like I said, I'm very not objective because I believe in international experiences, is do as much as you can to learn about us. Don't take, we gave lots of different opportunities. We can contact you, we can speak with you, you can ask us for advice, you can ask students for advice. Do all of it. Do all of it so you can get the most information possible. Really do a deep dive into what we propose to see what we're about, see what we're like, and see if it suits you and you find a match. And don't hesitate to ask us for advice, input, if you need anything about anything that we can answer. I mean, obviously, there's some questions we can't answer because they're not our expertise, but don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to take advantage of the fact at BSB that we are so open and so student-centric to gain as much information as possible, because making the choice of where you're going to study is a really important choice. And you need to do it with the maximum amount of information. And people make a difference. People make a difference. It's the people you're going to talk to and exchange with. They're going to give you the feeling of what the school is about. So take advantage of that opportunity.
Thank you, Nikki. Very inspiring. Rudy, Ruth, anything else that you want to add?
I think that we've covered most of everything. It was really, really enriching, even for me as somebody who works, to have a different perspective of course. So it was really, really good. As somebody that was born in the Netherlands and now lives in France, I would like to say that indeed internationalization, is very, very important. And yeah, you should really be curious, ask questions. Don't hesitate to ask questions, because there is no stupid question to ask. Be motivated, and honestly, there is no reason for you to fail, because we're here to make you succeed.
And please take an appointment with our regional counselor, and we will prove that we are number one in satisfaction and guidance, meeting all of them.
Absolutely. So they also, Lila's just put her email, like her email and also a WhatsApp number. So as you can see, you can reach out to the team in lots of different ways. And really, I want to echo Nikki and Ruth is like, as you can see, the team is very much approachable, and I would say take the most out of it. Even just, to compare, to find out, well, the campus is amazing. The video was great. You see lots of brand new facilities. It really make me want to go back and study, and it's never too late to do that. So why not? But really, I wanted to thank you. I wanted to thank our panelists today for the presentation, and all of you, because you had lots of different questions. The team was great answering them all, and I really hope that this was useful for you. And I'm just going to share with you a link where you can obtain your certificate, but also will be useful for us, so you can give us your feedback about the event, if there is anything that you want us to cover, because little spoiler, there is going to be an open day in March. So today we wanted to cover just an overview of the program. As you can see, there is a lot to say, and we want to showcase each program in a more in-depth event. So that would be in March. Stay tuned. We're going to email you all the detail. Great. Someone says that was very useful. And thank you so much again. Thank you so much for the presentation. Thank you so much for being connected. And I look forward to seeing you soon at the next live webinar with Burgundy School of Business. Thank you.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Thanks. Bye.